What's up, everybody? It's Christopher DAV1D on ECF, Aero Vapor on YouTube, coming at you to do a video review on my beloved Provari. I've had it approximately 1 month now. I wanted to really use it a lot and really get a good idea of how it works before I did a video. And let me just say right off the bat, it is a win. Out of all the PVs that I've had, this is the only one that I have to have. Like, if I lost my tech, I love my tech, but if I didn't have my tech anymore, I could live without it. My Provari, I can't. You know, there's low voltage vapors, there's high voltage vapors, and now I'm starting to learn that there's a whole world in between 3.7 and 5 volts that just a lot of people don't know about. You know, people say that 5 volts is the sweet spot. For me, like 4.2 to 4.5 volts is my sweet spot. Like, the thing that's great about this is you can dial down to exactly how many volts you want without, spinning a wheel and trying to guess what voltage you're at. Some atomizers work great at 4.2 volts, some don't. So you're able to, depending on what atomizer you're using, you're able to dial down to the exact voltage that makes the flavor and vapor production best for that specific atomizer. And that's the biggest selling point on this for me, is that every atomizer I can use on this. I can use a low resistance Cisco 306 on here at 3.7 volts or even 3.3 volts. You know, on an Ego it runs around 3.3 volts or so. Let me show you something real quick, just for shits and giggles. This is 3.3 volts, and I've tested it on one of those little meters. I have them at work, and it's always exact. Whatever this says is what the voltage is. So this is 3.3 volts with a regular 510. That's 3.3 volts. That's pretty damn good for not even being 3.7 volts. So I'm going to give you a quick rundown. I apologize for how it looks. The glare on here is terrible, but I'll tell you what it says. So you hit it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's power up. If you were to let it sit a second, it'll give you a voltage. Hit the button, go to the exact volt you want. There's 3.7 volts. Let it sit. Light will go off. You're ready to go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's power down. Do the same. 8, 9. Power off. 10, 11. Check battery. 12, 13. Atomizer ohm. 14, 15. Turn the light off on the button. So you would let it sit, and then you can hit it to toggle on or off. Let me show you the atomizer ohm real quick. So there's atomizer ohms. 2.1 ohms. It's telling me that this atty is. It will fire. That's normal whenever you're testing the atomizer ohms, or whenever you're checking the battery, the atomizer will fire. So now if I go and check the battery, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Check battery. 4.1. And now the atomizer's firing. A full battery starts at 4.2, and this will go all the way down to like 3.3 volts, so you know exactly how much battery life you have. At approximately 3.5 volts, this red indicator will start to flash, letting you know that you're starting to get low. However, I purchased the 18650 option, which is an extended endcap. I have to it comes with something on the threads that makes them like super smooth, but I think it's starting to wear out because it's starting to just get a little rough. So I have one AWIMR 18650, goes in, screw the cap on, you'll see the light blink on the button, you're good to go. Obviously without the 18650 extension, where that line is obviously where it ends. So this adds about a ½ inch of length. But for that ½ inch of length, you're getting all day vaping out of it. I change the battery in the morning, I vape it all morning, all day, all night, and then the next morning I change the battery again. And I've never drained the battery all the way. So the battery life is just excellent on it. It's excellent. So, yeah, so power off, let it sit, and then you can actually power the device completely off. So if you have it in your pocket or whatever, it won't fire on you. Sorry if I'm jumping around here on you. It has, around the edge, as you can see, it has like a drip cup in there. So that way, if you over drip like I do constantly, it'll catch all the juice in there. You just take a napkin, clean it up. No, it's all sealed in there. Nothing can leak through to the battery at all. I love this thing. I love it. As far as downsides to this, there's very few. One is a good and a bad. God, every time I get on here, my phone rings. So, this is like a smart PV where it takes all the guesswork out for you. If you put a 3.7, excuse me, if you put a 1.5 ohm LR306 on here and you dial this thing up to 6 volts, as soon as you fire it, it's going to give you an error message, which is letting you know, whoa, like, reel back, buddy. Too much voltage for that atomizer. So you never have to worry about burning out your atomizers because it will never let you go higher than you should. However, that's also a downside. Example are the clear dual coil cartomizers. You can vape these at high volts because it's 2 coils in there, each one at 3.2 ohms. But on the Provari, it won't let you go at high voltage with this, because I don't know if it's because the combined ohms is supposed to be like a 1.5 ohm vape, so it won't let you go to high voltage. So that's the only bad part, is that it's a smart PV, so yeah, you won't blow your addies, but at the same time, there's sometimes that you want to, break the rules of vaping, and it won't let you. The other downside is it looks like a penis. Sorry. My boss walked in my office like a week ago, and it was sitting on my desk like this. She looked at it and said, okay, don't know what it is, don't want to know what it is, but please put it away because it's scaring me. So that's the only downside, is if you're walking around somewhere, it's not big, it's not really heavy, it's not wide, that's what she said, but it's another, PV that looks like a female's personal device. But, well worth it. I will deal with looking like I'm vaping on something that's disgusting. So, that's just one of those things you live with. I would love for them to come out with all the options that this has, but in something that fits in your hands, like, not like this, but, something a little bit more comfortable than just a tube. But, like I said, that's just something to deal with, and I love it and would not give this thing up for the world. And for people who are, this is like their first big PV purchase that they're thinking of, I just want to show you. So go to power down. Alright, I'm already at 3.7 volts, so I'll leave it. Let me show you this. Like, people think of an Ego and they think it's 3.7 volts, but it's really not. 3.7 volts on this thing compared to an Ego or a regular 510 is just insane. So here's 3.7. Of course, it helps if if you have juice in your atomizer, but you can get the idea. Even 3.7 volts on this thing is great. And that's the other thing, and one of the last things that I'll leave you with, is what this PV has done for me is it's given me a newfound love for low voltage vaping. I don't need to vape high voltage anymore. I love this thing at 4 volts, at 3.7 volts, regular resistance atomizers, which is what this is. I don't need to vape high voltage anymore. I enjoy this thing at low voltage. It's definitely a PV that I can't live without. It's definitely one that I would never get rid of just because it does everything. It's so versatile. It does everything for you. So anybody who's thinking about getting a Provari, I definitely would say yes, it is a win. This plain without the 18650 extension is $159. For me, total package, I got the extension, I got 2 batteries. It cost me $209 for everything combined. But I'm telling you, it is well worth it. This is the only PV I have that I cannot live without. I need my Provari. I think that's about it. I covered it all from what I could think of. If you have any questions, just hit me up. There's one more thing I want to touch on. There's this guy out there that did a video and he said, hey, yeah, if instead of waiting, if like you're on the menu and you want to stop it, just do this. And it turns it off. Don't do that. I just did it just to show you I don't do that normally. Like, that can't be good, because basically it's the battery pulling away from the connection and then slamming into the board in there, in the chip. So I wouldn't suggest turning it off like that. Just wait the 5 seconds and let it turn off. But that's about all I got. The Provari, absolute win. Cannot live without it. Don't know what I would do without it. Take it everywhere with me. This has become my full-time, all-day, all-the-time PV. That's it. I'm Christopher D, AV1D. Please subscribe to me on YouTube, Aero Vapor. Hit me up, comment, post, whatever you want. Catch you later.